Hello, hello. I now have a Corona Ferrea, which is the Iron Crown. So Tarocco della Corona Ferrea, Gioco Storico de Ferdinando Gumpenberg, 1840. This is from 1979, Edizioni del Solleone, de Vito Arienti, Lisson. So, Vito Arienti was the main guy for Edizioni del Solleone, based out of Lisson in Milano. He was a tarot collector, and he was the one who started Solleone, and he had his own museum of tarot that he called the Theater of Tarot in his home, in his villa. And from what I can tell, he wanted to make historic playing cards and tarot cards for everyone. So he would pick certain ones, or he would partner with artists to create versions, limited edition, high quality versions that he thought were worthy of, the collector, the discernible tarot collector. So there was one article I found in Italian, and it was pretty good. It was translated, but I can find nothing else really of. So this is basically what I found. So Lisson is about 15 minutes from Milan. He had a home and business. He was considered the greatest collector of historical tarot cards in Europe, with a collection of about 10,000 historical cards from many countries, including China and Spain in several centuries. He kept his collection in a room in his villa that had a sign on the door that said Teatro di Vito Arienti. So Vito Arienti's theater. The article describes him as handling each card with great delicacy and explaining them with patience and expertise to everyone that recognized the work. Arienti founded Edizioni del Solleone, which republished classic historical tarot decks and encouraged new artistic talent. He brought back to life ancient cards like the Corona Ferrea and old trades of Milan by Ferdinando Gumpenberg, a German printer who immigrated to Milan in 1809. His publishing house offered limited production runs at very low prices to regulate the market, and was also successful that when Japan requested a large quantity, Arienti only had a few copies left. He was a modest man who was shy about publicity. He spoke quietly and collaborated with Linea Grafica. He described as courteous, generous, sensitive, and respectful, and he had a deep love for Puglia and its people. He passed away sometime in the 80s or 90s. It doesn't look like his timeline for that was mentioned, but that's based on an Italian magazine article. So Vito Arienti is synonymous with Edizioni del Solleone. Lisson is outside of Milan, and so there we go. This is a smaller deck. It's very tiny, so let's look at it. So this is 1979. I have a Made in Italy sticker here, which is unusual for the decks. It may have been someone put it on there. It may have been one. I know they did kind of play around with the packaging. We've got this beautiful blue. Here's one of the cards. This is the sword. I guess is the Fanti. And the tax stamp there. Here we have the wrapper, and it says this is of 2500. This is 1338. We have a title card, and there's the back. It's like a faded zodiac with the 4 winds. And then we have a card that is a better impression of the back, which I think is pretty cool. Here you can see the 4 winds there, and we have Pisces, and can't tell who that is. Very stylized. Okay. Let us look. So the majors, well, we have this one card. It's called Excusez. Excusez. And there's something in the middle I can't quite read. Let's see. Si per do page. Si per do P-A-G-E. Poke. It's hard to tell what that is. Is this a significator card? I don't know. We have one. I love these images. They're very much. Look at the cards there. So these are scenes. Queen and the Knight. Here's a 3. So it's telling the story of the Iron Crown, which is why it's called Corona Ferrea. And there's a story of the Iron Crown. I believe it's... The Iron Crown is Spanish in origin, and I believe there's the Iron Crown there. Or... Seven. Eight. So it says storico, so it's story, the story of. Oh, and then there's a crowning by the Pope. 10. 11. 12. 13. It's getting dramatic. 14. 15. 17. 18. There's the Iron Crown. 19. 20. 21. So, the Iron Crown. The story of the Iron Crown is it's a reliquary votive crown, traditionally considered one of the oldest royal insignias of Christendom. It was made in the Middle Ages, consisting of a circlet of gold and jewels fitted around a central silver band, which was traditionally held to be made out of iron beaten out of the nail of the true cross. In later Middle Ages, the crown became to be seen as a heritage from the kingdom of the Lombards, and was used as regalia for the coronation of some Holy Roman emperors and kings of Italy. It is kept in the Duomo of Monza. And here is the actual Iron Crown itself. It's got jewels. So that band in the middle is supposedly beaten out of the cross of crucifixion. So it still exists. It was made in the 4th through 5th, and 9th century. It has garnet, sapphires, and glass. The legend, here's the one that almost resembles the one from the box. According to tradition, St. Helena, mother of Constantine the Great, had the crown forged for her son around a beaten nail from the true cross, which she had discovered. Pope Gregory the Great passed the crown down to Theodelinda, Princess of the Lombards, as a diplomatic gift, although he made no mention of it among his recorded donations. Theodelinda donated the crown to the Church of Monza in 628. let's see. The iron nail was found to be 99% silver, meaning the crown contained no iron. The gems in the crown are 7 red garnets, 7 blue corundums, sapphires, 4 violet amethysts, and 4 gems made of glass. Made of glass. This is the order in which they came. I don't know if they've been... Let's see if this is what order these are in. Okay, so they're going backwards. Okay, well, we will leave them as such. King of Hearts. There's the crown there. And I can't quite... I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually try to read the middle, even though... Flamino Aquilif... I can't read that. It's very tiny and it's slightly blurred. Love the colors though. This is a dupio. Like the dupio, which means the same either side. A little flower there. Look at this one. The colors are beautiful. And there's like the page. So their symbol, we have Chavot, sword, the flower for the queen, and the king gets a little crown there. So they are, that's what they are. And then we have these lovely, very beautiful pips, which are very plain card-like, of course. Very sweet. I love the ivory background. Oh, look. I can't read that, but it is in Italian. Oh, what a cute little card. It's so cute. Like a little Valentine. Then we have the spades. Little flower. Yeah, the engraving is beautiful. I love that. It looks like a sopraffino. Definitely a copper plate engraving. We got these lovely spades. They have a little dip. Not too exciting. So alone, little spade by itself. You can tell this deck hasn't been handled much because look, there's a little piece of paper that popped off, I think. Is it from this one? Maybe, yeah. Where they cut the cards. So, he's holding a piece of paper. Crown. Queen. It's lovely. Knight. Oh, and here's the one from the back, which is the exact same size, just pasted on. And then we have the diamonds. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, so pretty. In Milano, it says Proprietà ed Invenzione de Gumpenberg in Milano. Then we have Spade. No, the clubs. Yeah, clubs, not Spade. So these would be, oh, look at that green. There's the knight, chevaux, page. It doesn't look so much like a page. And then these lovely, they look like very funky, I don't know, 60s, 70s motif. I love that. Very simple. 3, 2, and 1 by itself. So we have aces. 2 of them have decoration, and 2 of them do not. The decoration mean words. So Corona Ferrea. I'm going to put this back. Yeah, I got this deck recently. I was like, I really want it. I do love a Solleone deck. I was looking at Amerigo Fulci decks, and he did, a few for Solleone, but he did quite a few for Ital cards. And those are also limited edition. The Palio deck that I have from Solleone, that was Fulci's. That one's great. He did a similar one too. There's the CC deck and the one about another Lombardy, one of those places. Anyway, it's a duchy of Italy. He did another one for that, and it's quite lovely. It's very similar to the Palio deck, so I have been looking for that, but it is very hard to get. You just can't find it. So anyway, there we go. The Corona Ferrea. Finally have it, and I have it's really nice. I saw a couple that I was looking at, and one of them, the box was all beat up. This one has a really nice box. For it to be from 1979, somebody took care of this. They loved it. This even has the if you look, it's been cut here, so when you open it, it's easier to put the cards in, and no one's really distressed it, so it's pretty much new old stock. So there we go. Thanks for watching.